I come to kill you like I always do, Sarah Connors. The bad guys are over there. The hell with you. Welcome to Terminator, Dark Fate. It was a great title, by the way. And screw what the critics are saying. There's nothing wrong with this movie. Jeremy Johns was a little shocking and a little, he was caught up in a little bit of the moment. But I'll get to why all of these things took place. Just give me a second. Screen thing, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, yeah. Let me kick back here, relax, and talk to the good people. I'm stuffed. I ate real good. Now, John Carter getting killed. Let's start right there. This is where everybody had a problem with. As soon as the movie started, they showed the old clip from the first T2 when she was talking about the end of the world. Everybody's gonna die. So when they show that scene, then they go from that scene to John Carter, and they go to a scene where they use that technology to make them look younger, and that was working. I was like, oh, okay. They went back to 1998. Then here comes this guy who looks like the guy that was in Stranger Things instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He comes in, dun 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 dun. And right away, boom. Shoots John Carter. And John Carter is somehow, gone and dead. They terminate him. Everybody had a problem with this. Me, I had no problem with this. Because what they were doing was saying the John Carter thing has been ran in the ground for the past 3 Terminator movies, and it has not worked. They have not had a John Carter story that has worked past T2. And to destroy all of this, they had to get away from John Carter. Or John Connor, rather. John Connor had to go. They could not have another movie about John Connor, okay? It just had to go. Rise Against the Machines. One of the weakest things in there was they had a weak character playing John Connor. And the next one, Terminator Salvation. John Connor was played by Batman. And he was good in there as John Connor. And that was probably the only post Terminator movie I really like. Then after that came the utter and most ridiculous Terminator movie I've ever seen in my life, where this other chick comes in there, come with me if you want to live. They took down the other Terminators and they just licked one of them's liquid. John Carter was the bad guy. This one, it just was a mess. None of it made sense. So they had to get rid of him. You cannot have another Terminator movie with John Connor again. John Connor had to go. So when they killed John Connor before they even rolled the credits, that's to let you know this is going in a whole nother direction, and we're going to do a whole new series. So scrap what you know. We're going to start from T2, and we're moving on. Just scrap everything else. That's what that was. Now, a lot of you ain't going to be. Terminator Salvation is way better than Rise Against the Machines. Are you kidding me? I almost jumped up when you said that, man. What's going on with you? Terminator Salvation? Terminator Salvation was trash? Are you on dope? That one was actually good. We're going to talk about the female Terminator, the one that keeps morphing and everything and with the horrible graphics, is going around killing John Carter's soldiers at machine shops with a poor actor as John Carter. That whole thing was stupid. You know me. I am a machine, damn it. If you're a machine, why are you getting so emotional about it? It's just so dumb. Oh my gosh, this thing was so dumb. And we're going to get to that. Yeah, the chick that played in Terminator 3, that's the only people even liked about the film was her, the female Terminator. And she was just a joke. Like, the third Terminator film, you know, she wasn't able to do the things that this Terminator was able to do. But okay, now they wiped him out. And then the movie transforms into a whole new thing now. So now the movie could be called Terminato because it goes from that to Mexico. And I don't think anybody spoke English for about 30 minutes in this movie. I'm like, the heck is going on here? Am I in the Spanish movie theater? Let me go into the English movie theater. What the heck is going on here? This is Terminato above my head or something? What the heck is going on here? So right away, the movie starts off and the Terminator arrives after the girl drops down, and he arrives like right in the area he needs to be. And he's Hispanic, and he goes right over to Mexico and tries to kill her right on her job. And that scene was great. He goes up and starts fighting the Terminator, and they use some type of press and mash his face down, and all these people watching this Terminator just come to life and do all these different things. And it was amazing. The action scenes in the beginning was great. And now this girl, she's the new thing that they gotta try to save. The Terminator could split into two. It has an exoskeleton that he can slip out of and make double imprints of himself, but he's not all the way completely together until he's one. Gotta morph together. So a lot of this movie is a nostalgic connection to all the other Terminators. There are scenes where the chase scene seemed like Terminator 2, T2 rather. Then there's other scenes where the movie takes a very pro-woman, you know, approach where it's three women now. You got Laura, I mean, Sarah Connor, and these other two women. Shouts out to the song Pogo by Boy and Bear. Okay, Ethan. Thanks for the super chat donation. So this lady is the resistance leader and all of these different things. But I got the subtle tones of the Me Too Terminator. Now they covered everything with one stone. You know, you got a female in there. You got the fact that she's a Hispanic in there. And she's from another country. She's from Mexico. Boom, there you go. You done did everything. You done satisfied all these groups. So after all of this, you're looking at a situation now where you got three women who are basically the stars of this movie until they go and discover Carl, who is the Terminator, who after his mission goes on a thing where he's raising a family. She never noticed that he doesn't really change. Calls himself Carl, and he's not human. It's kind of unbelievable after all this time, she didn't hunt down Carl and try to kill Carl after his mission was complete. And then it didn't kind of make any sense because if John Connor started the war, where did this other Terminator even come from? They didn't even take time to even explain that. Terminator's gone. That's all that mattered. No, I didn't see Harriet yet because I was too busy. I had to fight. I had everything going on at the time, so I couldn't see Harriet yet. I'll probably see it tomorrow. So I got to go somewhere when it's an early show. It's just me in the theater. I can go in and get out because I'm not going to be, I can't be around folks watching that movie and function. I'll be ready to fight, and fight again. Oh, that's okay, Mr. Sledge. I appreciate the support. A lot of people told me it wasn't historically accurate, which is alarming to me that they would make a movie that's not historically accurate about Harriet Tubman. Well, Situations change, positions change, allegiance change, and for some reason, this movie didn't change. It stayed in the same form as it always been. Um, like there's a scene in there where she's like, "I didn't tell you you could look at my private parts." It was like, what? And she takes that to the man. When they get the android on the table and she's been augmented, which goes back to Terminator Salvation, when he's like, oh, he thinks he's human. It's like he doesn't know he's not human. Like I've never seen anyone like him before. Am I going to see Doctor Sleep? Yes. I have a screening for Doctor Sleep on Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday afternoon. I have a meeting Tuesday afternoon too. That's gonna suck. Thanks, Kev, for the super chat. I appreciate it. So as this movie progresses on, they said that she's gonna give the birth to the son that's gonna to the child or the son that's gonna stop the resistance and all this stuff. Then it comes to find out, like, no, you are not gonna give a birth to some man to stop the war. You are the change. Like, okay, we're like, yeah, we get it. Women rule, men suck. We get it. So right away, oh, you saw Doctor Sleep already, Kev? He said it was good. You're welcome. All right. Well, I was too busy to go. He's like, yeah, on the 30th. All right, I can't wait. This is what I asked for my money back from the theater. This is when I asked for money back from the theater. Oh man. So anyway, taking that apart from it, I mean, Carl was great. Having Arnold as the Terminator again as Carl was great. Oh, okay. Carl was great, man. That's when I wanted my money back from the theater. You are the change. But this is what the direction of where they're going with Terminator. They want to make this adventure with Sarah Connor, and now she's got a new John. This time, her John's a female, and she's going to be guiding her and teaching her how to hunt down Terminators. And they're going to be sending more Terminators down the road. So, in case people think that this was going to stop anything, it doesn't. So, all of this is for naught. All they did is like, okay, we survived this round. Then they're going to send another round. And then what are you going to do? Because they're going to send a whole nother Terminator, and this whole cycle is going to repeat again. And you still don't have anything to kill it. Now, to kill this Terminator, it was just a whole lot of dumb things happening. With this Terminator, who had all this access to all of this technology, he can control drones. And I'm like, well, if he can control drones, he could have sent 500 drones over there to just crash and blow up right where their location was. Why would he need the drone to locate them, then call the police there to come arrest them, just for him to crash the drone into where they are? That was dumb. because all he could have did that. But as soon as the drone found him, he located him, dropped the drone right on top of him. But that would, in our movie, a little premature. So Carl, that was his name. Sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, his name was Carl. He did drapes. Carl knew about drapes. He wanted to hang solid color drapes in his kid's room. I said, no, don't do it. You should have different color drapes. You should have polka dots or stripes. Carl was getting down with them drapes, wasn't he? Carl said he had a sense of humor. So Carl's on a mission. Carl kicked his whole family. Wasn't that like the weirdest thing about the movie? I'm like, I wish I had the family Carl had. Carl had nothing but understanding. Carl had a dog. Carl had everything going on. And as soon as it was getting hot, Carl just wouldn't explain to them. In like 5 minutes, his wife had like 5 lines. And he told her, it's that time. You must go. They packed up, left with no problems, and he was gone. He'd been with them people 20 years. And it took 20 minutes for them to pack up and get out of Dodge. Their whole life just changed. And in 20 minutes, they was packed up and out the house. You've been with these people 20 years. It was like, okay, yeah, I've been raising them for 20 years. He been knowing him since he was a baby. He think that's his daddy. Okay, Dad. You must leave. It's not safe for you. My life is caught up with me. This is the end. You won't see me again. Goodbye. After 20 years, that's all the explanation she getting. She's just cool with it. I need Carl's family. Then they get into this thing where there's a big firefight. This guy has to be the worst Terminator on the whole group that they sent, because he couldn't catch them in a prison, a detainer prison that they break all the detainees out. He couldn't catch them. They fly away in a helicopter, and he couldn't catch them. Then he has to ask them, hey, you know where I can get a helicopter from? You missed the technology. You are a Terminator. You don't go around needing and asking questions to the other cops. You can control them. You don't need them at all. Yeah, I'm going to do Harriet once I see it. Now, the movie was entertaining, to say the least, because it was a lot of action scenes on top of action scenes. The plane scene was pure comedy. Watching them float around and doing all those things, it looked like, I'm like, did I just see this? I saw this before. What movie was that? Oh, Rampage with The Rock. See, when you see a lot of movies, when you see certain scenes pop up, it's just like, you go, I just seen this. This exact same thing, like about 3 times. One, I seen this scene in The Mummy. Then I saw it in Rampage with The Rock. And now I'm seeing it again. This is like Operation Dumbo Drop. Yeah, you've seen this carrier scene, but now they finna go out on the tank. They gonna drop the tank out of there in space or what in the air, and all this craziness. The parachute don't drop, and the uh, basically it just lands flat on a dam and finna ride down a dam perfectly. As no way that would have happened. And a plane lands right in the dam, and it don't crack the dam or nothing. I'm like, something's wrong here. So they had this big fight in underwater. The two Terminators are split in half. They're ripping Arnold's parts apart, taking his arm off. All kind of things are taking place. Now Arnold gets out. A big brawl ensues. Then after this brawl, the girl gets up. She shoots a parachute on a Terminator underwater, and it's like a cartoon series. He can't get out of the parachute. I was like, just keep going, because now this is getting stupid. And then they get there, and then the action breaks out, and I like the final fight scene. You know, they was like, this is gonna be our kill box. This is where we stand and fight. I'm like, all right, this girl finna stand and fight. Then they didn't know how to end the damn movie. They didn't know how to end this damn movie. I saw it right there. I say, yeah, this should have been the end, but they don't know what the hell they do. Here we go again. So it kicks right back off again. She's they grab him, and the answer was to just put him in a big thing that spins around in a circle. And that was a thing that he couldn't get out of after this guy he had been shot, burned up, and turned to ash, split in half. Because he can split into two Terminators in one. And all of a sudden, he has that type of power, and he can't get away from the spinning wheel of death. That is what's going to hurt and kill him. So after that was dead, there was one Terminator left after the spinning wheel of death. And of course, the girl who was augmented, she's dying. She reaches in her chest, digs out this battery charger that they used to kill the thing. And another part that I didn't like about the movie was that she had to keep taking all of these vitamins in order to keep doing what she was doing. I'm like, she gonna OD. She didn't turn herself into a fiend. I'm like, one shot should have been good enough for her to keep going. But she had to take a shot like every time she battled the Terminator. Like, I need it. I'm like, they didn't turn her into an addict. So that's all that stuff do. It turns you to an addict. They turned her to a universal soldier. She got to get that injection. I'm like, okay, they got that from Universal Soldier. She had to keep shooting herself up. So basically, she was a unisoul. Still trying to fight the good fight. It didn't work out well for her. But in the end, fortunately, things, panned out. Well, no, the injections were to give her the energy to fight Terminators. Remember, she said she could only fight Terminators in small, short bursts, and it burns through her energy. So the medicine was a mix of all the things she needed to help rejuvenate her system. Like she had to have water, certain type of sodium, and all these things into her body. Her body drains it a lot faster when she's fighting. She's super powerful because she's augmented, but she also is still not good enough to beat a Terminator. Well, it's showing her vulnerability. This is what's going to keep her from being able to destroy the Terminator. So, what was interesting is now, after she died, now their mission is to make sure she never has to go back to even, see her in the first place. They want to make it that they stop the Legion and everything else before it even starts to make Terminators. Because the girl who gets augmented, she's a little girl at that time. So Sarah Connor and them, they found her and kept in contact with her when she was young. So when she gets older and everything, and she falls under their wing or whatever, the way the imagery worked, it created a new reality. John them did when they stopped Judgment Day. So instead of Skynet, now it's Legion. A whole new thing arose. It is what it is. But I still liked it. 3 stars out of 4 was entertaining to me. Um, the more I watch it, the less I like it. But there it is. Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah, believe me, by now you should have seen it. So please give it one watch and definitely watch Inside Man.